وقال الشيخ ويقال أيضا, and it is said again, إذا كان الأوليون لم يكفروا إلا لأنهم جمعوا بين الشرك وتكذيب رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم والقرآن. And it is said that if it is the case that the kufru, the people of the past, they never disbelieved illa, except that أنهم جمعوا بين الشرك, except that they combined with their shirk والتكذيب, and they belied the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam wal Quran, and also the Quran, wa inkar al ba'th, as well as a denial of the day of reckoning, the day of resurrection, وغير ذلك, and other than this, فما معنى باب الذي ذكره العلماء في كل مذهب. Then what is now the meaning of the bab, of the chapter that all the ulama, most of them, they usually say bab hukm al-murtad, bab of the chapter that deals with the ruling regarding a murtad, someone that has disbelieved, that is, someone was in the deen and then the person denied Islam, and they denounced being a Muslim. وَهُوَ مُسْلِمٌ الَّذِي يَكْفُرُ بَعْدَ إِسْلَامِهِ, and such a person is someone that is a Muslim, that is a believer, that disbelieved بعد إسلامه, after his Islam. ثم ذكروا أنواعا كثيرة, and then they mention a lot of examples, a lot of cases. كل نوع منها يكفر ويحل دم رجل وما له, and each of those examples that are brought, يكفر ويحل دم رجل وما له, each and every of those individuals, their wealth, their blood is made permissible. حتى أنهم ذكروا أشياء, to the point that the scholars will even mention some things يسيرة عند من فعلها, that seems to be minor, with those people that do them. مثل كلمة يذكرها بلسانه دون قلبه, an example is a statement that is made with their mouth, except دون قلبه, and not with their hearts. أو كلمة يذكرها على وجه المزح واللعب, مزح واللعب, or sometimes it might be with regards to a statement that they made that is just out of making a mockery and jeering and just being playful. So these are some of those things that takes one out of the fold. All right, little things like this, and all of them is subsumed under Bab Hukm al-Murtad, the chapter that deals with the ruling regarding someone that has denounced Islam. All right, so وَيْقَالُ أَيْضًا, and they say again, الَّذِينَ قَالَ اللَّهُ فِيهِمْ, those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about them, يَحْلِفُونَ بِاللَّهِ مَا قَالُوا وَلَقَدْ قَالُوا كَلْمَةَ الْكُفْرِ وَكَفَرُوا بَعْدَ إِسْلَامِهِمْ. They swear by Allah again regarding what they have said. We swear, we are not even, we don't even mean it that way. Something like that. Yet they said something that takes them out of the fold, but yet they swear by Allah. I say, we do not intend it that way. وَلَقَدْ قَالُوا كَلْمَةَ الْكُفْرِ, and indeed they had actually said something that is what a kalima, word that takes them out of the fold. وَكَفَرُوا بَعْدَ إِسْلَامِهِمْ, and they had disbelieved after they had believed. That is in Surah At-Tawbah. وَأَمَّا سَمِعْتَ اللَّهَ كفرهم بكلمة مع كونهم في زمان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. And yet that they disbelieved, and Allah described them as disbeliever, بكلمة, with the word مع كفرهم, مع كونهم في زمان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. That's why that they were existing during the time of the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. ويجاهدون معه, and they fought, they did jihad with him. ويصلون, and yet they prayed. ويزكون, they paid their zakat. ويحجون, they also perform hajj. ويوحدون, and yet they are also muwahid. They say they are what? They say they are believers, and they are bearers of the testimony of the kalima shahada, there is no deity worthy of worship besides Allah. All right, so despite all of these things, little things maybe out of jeering, out of mockery, out of just playing, cracking jokes and what have you. And as you said, they are disbelievers, because these are things that are taking them out of fold. Okay, so compared to what is more grievous than that, taking the right and giving the right of Allah to something other than Allah. That's the point that the Sheikh is trying to make. And it's also about the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said regarding them. Kul, say to them, Abillahi wa ayatihi wa rasulihi kuntum tastahzihun. Okay, say, is it Allah and His Messenger? Is it Allah and the signs of Allah and the verses of Allah and the miracles of Allah, wa rasulihi and His Messenger? Kuntum tastahzihun. Are they the ones you are making mockery of? You are playing, you are jeering, you are catching fun. La ta'taziru. Do not give excuses. Qad kafartum ba'da imanikum. You have indeed disbelieved after you had believed. Right? فَأَهُلَاهِ الَّذِينَ صَرَّحَ اللَّهُ فِيهِمْ. These are the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala categorically said about Him. Okay, أَنَّهُمْ كَفَرُوا بَعْدَ إِيمَانِهِمْ, that they had disbelieved after they had believed. وَهُمْ مَعَ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ. Yet they were with the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam في غزوة التابوك, during the Ghazwa of Tabuk, during the war of Tabuk. Okay, قالوا كلمتان ذكروا أنهم قالوها على وجه المزح. Okay, so they said that we were just cracking jokes, we were just catching fun, we were just having fun and stuff like that. But yet the statement that they made, making a mockery of the Messenger and his companions, it took them out of the fold. فتأمل هذه الشبهة وهي قولهم. Now think about, reflect about this shubha, this misconception. وهي قولهم, and it is the statement of theirs that say, تكفرون من المسلمين أناسا يشهدون أن لا إله إلا الله ويصلون ويصومون. They will say, just to give trip, that they are just calling people that are Muslims, okay, they are just labeling them as kafir, and yet yashhaduna an la ilaha illallah wa anna muhammadar rasulullah. Yes, and yet these are the people that says that there is no deity worthy of worship besides Allah. Wa yusallun, they are praying, of course. Wa yasumun, and they are also fasting. Okay, that's the situation that so many Muslims have found themselves today, especially when the people of Tawheed, when the people of Sunnah are criticizing some individuals. You see amongst the Muslims that will say, after all, they are also Muslims too. Why are you now calling Muslims? You people, you are people of fitna. You people, you are this. You people, you are that. Alright? So that is also the same situation that we find ourselves today. People continue to, engage in disbelief, clear disbelief like this. The people of Sunnah that wants to protect the deen, they will be talking about it. They will be giving rejoinders and rejoinders and rejoinders, and yet some Muslims will be saying, why are you calling them kafir? Okay, now the thing is this: some of them, what they engage in, would you allow your sisters to get married to them? So when it comes to their personal interest to them, they will know that those set of people are not safe. But on the surface of it, just because they want to, arouse emotions, they will say, how can you be calling them? After all, they are Muslims. After all, they are praying too. After all, we are observing Salah together. After all, they are also observing the month of Ramadan. Oh, really? Okay, now let the table turn and say, okay, fine, can you give your sister to so person to get married to? That's when they will be scared. Just leave them. They are Muslims. Okay, but you don't want to condemn what they are doing. And you know that they are upon kufr. You know they are upon disbelief. You know they are upon bid'ah. You know they are upon misguidance. But the fact that they are just praying, they are just fasting, and their disbelief is clear. People hide under. After all, they are Muslims too. ثم تأمل جوابها. Then think about the response, that you give in this regard, okay, which of course is the little response that which I have given already. فَإِنَّهُ مَنْ أَنْفَعَ مَا فِي هَذِهِ الْأَوْرَاقِ. فَإِنَّهُ مِنْ أَنْفَعِ مَا فِي هَذِهِ الْأَوْرَاقِ. وَمِنَ الدَّلِيلِ, okay, amongst the authority على ذلك, regarding this, أيضا, okay, again, ما حكى الله عز وجل, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has narrated, and Bani Israel, regarding the Bani Israel, ma islamihim wa ilmihim wa salahihim. Okay, despite their their belief and their knowledge and their salahihim, their good condition. All right, annahum qalu li Musa, yet they said to Musa, ij'al lana ilahan kama lahum alihatun. give us one ilah, give us one small god, kama lahum alihatun. The same way that these people, okay, these disbelievers, they have their own gods, okay, despite the fact that they have the manna, the quail, they have security, they have water and what have you, yet they still told Musa, give us one god. We are not still satisfied with this, what God is, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is providing us. Okay, and that is why it is said, when they say kufru means ingratitude. So some people take their ingratitude level of giving the right of Allah to something other than Allah. That is the meaning of kufr. All right, so kufr in the linguistic sense is to cover, to not be grateful to Allah, to be ungrateful to Allah, ingratitude. All right, but then the ingratitude of some people led them to, giving the right of Allah to other than Allah. وَقَوْلُ أُنَاسٍ مِّنْ أَصْحَابِهِ, and of course, the statement of some of the companions of the Messenger ﷺ when they were on the journey, okay? So they now saw a place, a tree, okay, a loth tree, a sidr. They saw that the disbelievers, they will hang their swords, they will hang their arrows and bows and what have you, thinking that that tree, okay, they worship that tree so that the tree will give those things power, and each time they want to fight the Muslim, they will have extra. So when they passed it, some of the companions, they said, give us one anwat like this, okay, so that we can be hanging our those of them that the kufr is just fresh in their body. فَحَلَفَ النَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ, and the Prophet swore, okay, and he said, إِنَّ هَذَا النَّذِيرُ, okay, this kind of thoughts, قَوْلِ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيل, this thing that you said is just like the statement of the people of Bani Israel, like they told Musa by saying, إِجْعَلْ لَنَا آلِهًا كَمَا لَهُمْ آلِهَةٌ. All right, so you are saying that, okay, I should find a loth tree, simply because they are hanging their bows and weapons there, so that we give it extra power. Tabarruku bil ashjar wal ahjar, right? To be seeking blessings with stones and trees. Okay, that was it. As a matter of fact, Sheikh Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab in his other book, Kitab al-Tawheed, actually brought a particular chapter on this, where he discussed this at length. ولكن للمشركين شبهة, but for the mushrik, okay, they have a misconception يدل بها عند هذه القصة, that points towards this story. وهي أنهم, and it is that they usually say يقولون أن بني إسرائيل لم يكفروا بذلك, that the people of Bani Israel did not disbelieve because of this statement that they made to Musa. وكذلك الذين قالوا للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, and that those that they said to the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, that they too did not disbelieve. Jawab, the answer to this is this misconception again. If you say inna bani Israel lam yaf'al dhalik, okay, that the people of Bani Israel did not do this. As well as those that asked from the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, okay, something similar. Lam yaf'al dhalik. ولا خلاف أن بني إسرائيل لو فعلوا ذلك لكفروا. Okay, if it is the case that the people of Bani Israel asked Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, which of course indeed they asked, and they did so, kafaru, they are disbelievers. So the same thing that those that were the companions of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked, okay, is equivalent to their statement, only that the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam had to caution them almost immediately, right? That is just a difference. But had it been the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not there and they did it in his absence, kafaru, they had disbelieved. وكذلك لا خلاف أن الذين هاهم رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أو نبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, and there's no difference of opinion, okay? لا خلاف, there's no there's no other way to it, that those that the Prophet ﷺ denied or rebuked regarding this, if they had not followed him, وَاتَّخَذُوا ذَاتَ أَنْوَاطٍ بَعْدَ نَاهِهِ لَكَفَرُوا, and they took that anwat, that loth tree, okay, they took it, they sought blessings through it, okay, after he had condemned it and he had rebuked them regarding it, lakafaru, they would have been disbelievers. So the only difference is that he cautioned them They held back. All right, they held back. Okay, so that is just the difference. But had it been that they didn't hold back, then lakafaru, they would have disbelieved.